This is Detroit. This is the Oakland Car Review. Hello, and thanks for joining us today on the Oakland Car Review. Today we are very pleased to have this stunning 2013 Porsche 911 Carrera S directly from Porsche. As you can see, they've really stayed true to their roots. The front headlamps still have that beautiful sculpted, unique, rounded look to them. We have the drop-down front fascia, which really just screams Porsche in a very nice manner. And this really gives it that sporty growl look to it. And coming around to the back here, we have these very nicely updated rear end tail lamps. Now they look very nice. They help give the rear end a more modern look. They're much sleeker than before. They wrap around very nicely around the side. And we have this rear spoiler here, which will actually pop up at highway speeds. So that's a very nice option there. Then we have the Porsche call letters across the back end, which is of course an iconic Porsche touch. And dropping down to the back, we have the dual exhaust on both sides, and that is really just a nice feature. It really just screams Porsche race car to me. So anyway, now we will take a look at the side and go over the wheels. We have 20-inch wheels on this vehicle, which have this nice black inset layer here, and they really just make the rest of it stand out very nicely. So you don't have any blending colors. It's really just a nice black and silver right here. And then coming across, we have the Porsche yellow brake calipers, which is really just a nice touch. It really helps discern the brake calipers from the rest of the wheel down here. Then across the brake caliper, we have the Porsche call letters, and in my opinion, that's just a really nice touch. This shows you Porsche is really thinking of how to brand themselves, and it really just makes it look complete. So anyway, well, now although the looks may resemble some of the early 911 models, the amount of technology they have implemented into this vehicle is well into the 21st century. For starters, we have optional carbon ceramic brakes. We have keyless entry and headlight washers as well, and that is just for starters. So let's go in the interior and see what's happening in there. Now the interior is where Porsche really stands apart from the competition. And this high-end Carrera S model that we have here today, we have a premium leather package. And essentially what that does is it gives us full leather seats, of course, leather steering wheel, and they don't stop there. They take the leather and they put it all over the dashboard up here, all over the door panels, and just pretty much every surface you touch is leather. It just gives the interior an overall very plush feeling. So it's very nice. Now another touch that Porsche has done is the racing yellow color that this car is. And they've also went and brought that inside a little bit here. We have the color, as you can see, like right here along the air vents right here, and then also in the interior right here where the cup holders are. Now, before people were complaining not enough cup holders, well, Porsche solved that problem, everybody. There you go. You have two cup holders right there, very nice, tucked away. So I think that's a pretty neat feature right there as well. Now, we also have the integrated media system too, which works very well. We have our navigation right here. You can pair your phone with it right here. You can look at your car info right here, your current speed, miles per gallon, and information like that. We have our radio. Of course, we have different sources. We have the aux cable, we have the CD, we have many different sources here. We can also have the, of course, satellite radio as well. So, you know, it just It really has a lot of nice options right there. And then coming down here to the climate control. Now this is really nice. The climate control in this vehicle is very nicely set up. Extremely easy to use, not complicated whatsoever. Temperature right here, blower speed right here. You have your air conditioning, and then you have your full-blown automatic mode if you choose to do that. And of course, we have the cooled and heated ventilated front seat, which is a very nice feature. That's where you can really feel the luxury in this car come through with a few of those very nice features right there. Now, one of the things that they've integrated into this vehicle, which is very, very nice, is in here, next to my large tachometer, of course, we have a screen that displays vehicle information, like distance till empty. We have our water pressure, our oil pressure, and our elevation there. Now, this screen right here will change depending if you have the navigation gun. It will show upcoming turns, information like that. So it's a really good feature for keeping the driver aware of what's going on. Now, coming down here to the center, Sport mode, Sport Plus mode. Then when you engage Sport mode, it automatically engages the stiffer suspension, of course. We have the spoiler. If we choose to put that up, we can do that. Then we also have the louder exhaust note too. Press that button, it makes the exhaust even louder, a little bit more of a mean sound, which is very nice if you want to go around the track or something like that. Then we have the automatic stop-start function of this vehicle, which means when you come to a stop, complete stop, the engine will actually turn itself off to save you fuel, kind of if you're sitting in traffic or a long light. So if you choose that you don't like that feature, or if it's not appropriate for your current conditions, you engage that button and it will turn that feature off, leaving the engine running the entire time. Well, that pretty much sums up the interior. So now, of course, it has great looks, very nice styling points on the interior, very nice appointments, but none of that's really as important as how it drives. So let's start it up. So now let's take it on the road and see how it drives. Now, one of the first things you will notice about this vehicle when you just get in it is how really comfortable it can be, even for an average daily commuter driver. As long as you don't have the sport suspension engaged, the ride quality is really quite adequate. It's very nice, and it still gives you a very good sense of feeling about your road position in the steering as well. The suspension still stays firm, but it's not overly firm, and so you still have best of both worlds, where you have that really nice driving feel, but without that harsh ride that you sometimes can get with more firm suspension. So, in my opinion, they've just really done a great job with that, making it perfectly just how it should be. Now, powering this Carrera S is a 3.8-liter six-cylinder engine, producing around 400 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. And I am just really impressed with the power output from this kind of engine. I mean, it really performs very well. And not only that, but the fuel efficiency that this vehicle gets is really surprising. You get around 19 in the city and 27 mpg on the highway. And that is just something that I was truly surprised to hear, because you have all this power and you get that much fuel efficiency. It's really just, it's a great deal. So even if you want to take this car on a long cross-country road trip, you know, the fuel cost will not be that outrageous for a vehicle like this. It'll be like any other pretty much normal car with the 27 mpg on the highway. Now, of course, all of that power is not really useful unless you have a proper gearbox. And this is where the Porsche is implemented their dual clutch PDK transmission. Essentially what that is it is a two-clutch system, and it has each gear ready to shift like that. As soon as you're ready to change gears, it will shift to the next one without any waiting time whatsoever. It's also automated manual, so you just get that really nice manual driving feeling without showing Overall, Porsche has hit a home run with the 2013 911 Carrera S. They have managed to stay true to their roots, really giving the car a modern twist. It has so much technology packed into this vehicle. We have the sport mode, the advanced sport mode, the dual clutch PDK transmission, and just so much more. In my opinion, the 911 Carrera S is really that perfect combination that you are looking for when buying a sports vehicle. And of course, this will cost you. The 911 Carrera starts at around $84,900. However, we have the Carrera S, and so that will bump up the price around $98,000. So then with all the options that we have on this vehicle, which let me tell you are well worth it, it comes to about $144,000 price as tested on this vehicle. But let me tell you something. Get in the car, drive it, and you'll know it's worth every penny. Well, that's all for today, and thanks for watching this episode of the Oakland Car Review.